Good morning, everyone. We are delighted to welcome all our esteemed speakers and attendees to this special Sunday morning session on Zoom. Your presence today reflects a shared commitment to learning, collaboration, and making a positive impact in our respective fields. We are excited to embark on this journey together, and we look forward to the insightful discussions and valuable exchanges that will unfold. Thank you for joining us, and let's make this session a memorable and productive one. It's my pleasure to introduce our first speaker, Dr. Zia Punekar, who will be speaking on the topic sustainability through the construction industry. Dr. Punekar's expertise in sustainable construction practices will provide valuable insights into how the industry can contribute to the global sustainability efforts. We welcome you, Dr. Zia, sir. Over to you.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Will you be sharing the screen?
Yeah, I'll be sharing the screen.
Okay.
1 minute. I think you need to.
You can share now.
Okay. Okay. Good morning, everyone. As you know that sustainability is the need of the hour, and the whole world is moving towards pollution, and you know that all the materials are being extinct. People are using the materials without thinking about that. That is because we have a single planet with us in the whole universe. So this planet, we need to these all the materials and the environment and the economy and the social well-being of all the people in the world should last longer, so that everyone now and in future can enjoy this environment and all these social balance, economic and social balance. So what I have noticed through the construction industry, we have seen that around 8% of total carbon emission is from cement industries alone. The whole industries together, if you compare, around 8% is from cement industries. So that is why it has been done a great effort from civil engineers and concrete technologists to bring down or control this carbon emission from cement industries. For example, if you see here, we can have creation or the enhancement or creation of environment, economic and social balance is definitely the second name of sustainability. So let me tell you here one by one. So we have arrived or gone through a lot of efforts in construction industry and found out methods and practices that optimize the use of energy, water, and materials while reducing greenhouse gas emissions. So through construction industry, how we are going to add or we can add to the cause of sustainability, or make this planet continuous for centuries and centuries together, is in I would like to rush for this. Sustainable designs people now, the rich people and the government offices and all the other, architects, they want to create big buildings, big villas, where a family of 4 or 5 will have 10 bedrooms and 2 halls or 3 halls, 3 majlis. So this is what is, and a height of a 5-star hotel for a villa, 4 meter or 4.5 meter, 5 meters like that. So this increase in volume of the building, which is not at all required for a human being, because a human being, they don't require that much of height as a 5-star hotel. So that is why what is happening is energy consumption is more. If we have naturally that, central AC will consume more. So that is why we need to optimize or minimize the, volume plus the, what is it, say that the, I mean the volume and the materials used there. Particularly, let me go through faster, because these sustainable designs, like you can use LED lights instead of these commonly used tube lights. You can use LED lights and you can consume less energy, and of course less energy is less emission of carbon in the atmosphere. So then embodied energy, it is also called as embedded energy in the materials. The materials, instead of locally available materials, so we here in Dubai or any part of the world, we are bringing the material from Europe or China or even sometimes America, and the energy through the diesel or petrol through those ships is much more, and the process, the finishes and the process also involves a lot of energy. So we have to see that the finished product, what we are bringing, should have less embodied energy into that. That is, less energy has been consumed while during its process and during its, the travel time. I mean, the energy consumed by the ships or plane or flights. So another thing is renewable energy. Nowadays, we are going for aluminum windows, aluminum doors. Instead of, we have timber, we have wood. So trees, if we cut one tree, we can grow 100 trees, because there is a ground you can plant 100 trees. So that, timber is called as a renewable energy. Instead of this, we are going for the aluminum or iron or whatever steel doors. Because of this, the steel, and this is a naturally available material, aluminum and steel. So this is going to, extinct day by day. So that is why it is better to use renewable materials such as timber doors, timber windows, timber flooring, and much more things, like you can have false ceiling of timber and you can have partitions of timber. So like that. So then durable materials. So we need to use maximum the materials which are giving maximum durability, because the durability, if you use something which is giving you 20 years durability of that material, after 20 years, you need to change it once again. Instead of that, if you use some materials more than 60 years or 100 years, up to 100 years, what happens is you can make for 100 years, or otherwise you may have to use 3 times the materials. So 30 years, 30 years, 30 years, like that. So that means in your own life, you are going to use 3 times the same material. So instead of that, if you go for a better material, you can go for durable material, so that, generations to generation, the usage or consumption is reduced. So then recycled materials. Nowadays, the government of Dubai and government of Abu Dhabi, so they are very much behind sustainability. like even in Abu Dhabi, Istidama, every project has to have a sustainable consultant, a sustainable engineer on the site, sustainable engineer, design engineer on the in the design offices. So this is all without the sustainable consultant. No project is being, constructed in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, everywhere in UAE. So recycled materials, we are using recycled aggregates. The buildings which are, what do you say, like the buildings which are not in use or which have been given, the life has finished. So such, buildings, the columns, the beams, and the slab, whatever is aggregates, they are using for, as a sub base or base course, and the roads, or even in the concrete, they are using some part of recycled materials. Another thing is, like waste materials. As I told you, that God always, we have to see around and see what best we can do to keep this sustainability, moves forward. So like waste materials in iron industries, then in, what is that, these iron industries and thermal power plants, such as GGBS, ground granulated blast furnace slag. So when uh, the iron melts in the vessels in the industries, like pig iron to cast iron, and then cast iron to these, you know, ductile iron, whatever we are making. So these iron, change in the iron, definitely we have to melt the iron. Because of that wastage in the iron, so the slag will be deposited around the vessels, and those were from decades together, they were being thrown as a waste, that slag. So that slag, when it was done research on that slag, so it has developed into a beautiful cementitious material, which is finer than cement, and it is a waste product. Now it is used 65% of cement. I mean, 65% of cement is being, replaced by these ground granulated blast furnace slag, which is an industrial waste. So 65%. So that means 65% of carbon emission you are able to, reduce from being emitted in the environment, because you are using less cement. Production of cement itself has come down to 35% now. And the government of UAE, all the governments, so they have brought a very, very strict, stringent rules that nobody should use direct cement. You have to use this GGBS, fly ash, microsilica, all these waste materials from the industries. So that type of cement, I mean the concrete, you have to use on the production, on the sites. So it is being done all the everywhere. If somebody uses only cement, they'll be penalized. Even the ready-mix concrete plants, or the construction industry, or the client or consultant, whoever are using, will be penalized if they are using the plain cement concrete. So that is what a big, change has come. And even these light colored materials, suppose, for example, your footpaths and your curbstones and all these hard landscape. So these hard landscape materials, they are basically, if they are darker in color, then definitely they will absorb more heat in the day and release in the night time, so that the streets or the environment will become more hot. And because of that, you need to use more AC to be cool, inside the uh, villas. So that is how, you have to use light colored materials to minimize the heat consumption. And finally, optimizing the energy, like what I told you, that you can use the, what do you say, like solar energy for heating purpose. You can use LED bulbs in the buildings. You can nowadays, even in Dubai, the big multi-storied buildings like hotels and even residential commercial buildings, what they are doing is the water, it is called as gray water. The water which we are taking bath in the bathrooms, so taking bath and the kitchen water, not the WC and other things. So this water is being collected in the underground of the same building, I mean the basement of the same building, and it is, it is filtered, and then it is reused as the fitting of the commodes, I mean the WCs. So this type of gray water is being used, and it is a wonderful thing that what the governments are doing here. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, you can.
Thank you very much, Dr. Zia. It is really a wonderful presentation, and thank you for sharing your thoughts. May I request Dr. Ram to comment on this?